Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. So today's video is going to be something a little bit different. A lot of you lately have been requesting a brow tutorial, but really my technique is exactly the same. The only thing I've been doing is really switching up my brow pencils between high-end brow pencils and more affordable brow pencils, so it kind of gave me the idea to just do one eyebrow on camera with all my high-end products, and then the other eyebrow with more affordable products so that you guys can see the pros and cons, just the differences between the two, and it would just be a little bit more informative and just my recommendations. So if you guys are interested in seeing the difference between the two, then keep watching. This brow is going to be done with all high-end products, and my favorite high-end products are from ABH. I will be using the Brow Wiz, the Dip Brow, and the Clear Bow Gel. Brow Wiz retails for $21, the Dip Brow retails for $18, and the Clear Bow Gel retails for $22. So this right eyebrow is going to cost me $61 to achieve. We're gonna go ahead and get started, and I'm just gonna do the demo of these products on this brow. So I'm gonna start slowly filling in the front parts of this brow with the brow pencil. The reason I like to use a brow pencil and a dip brow pomade is because I have such sparse hairs, if any, in this area, and I need a lot of filling in. When I need to fill in areas with no hair, I need a product that's going to be a little bit more pigmented than just a pencil. Not everybody is going to need all of these products, in my opinion. It's mostly if you have a lot of spots in your brows or sparse areas that you want to really make look like real hairs. I find that it's easiest to do that with the pomades. Light strokes with the lightest hand in the same direction of the hair growth. You could also comb the hairs down so that you could really fill in the sparse areas underneath the hair. So that way when you brush the hairs back up, it's a little bit more full looking. Just a quick tip, you want to hold your brow pencil like this for a starting point, and then you angle it this way. That should be your arch. And the very last point should be the end of the brow, and that's just kind of a guideline to help know where your brow should arch. But you know what? Arch your brow where you want to arch your brow. That's just a tip, but it's not the absolute rule. You guys have all seen me do this in my previous brow videos, so if you want a super in-depth brow tutorial, this is more of a comparison video. Feel free to check the link in the description box down below, and it's in your face, super close-up brow tutorial, and the steps are pretty much exactly the same. When you get to the front area, you want to lightly flick the pencil upwards, very, very lightly, just enough to make it look like you have hairs here, but keeping it really soft and not boxy at all. Alright, so next I'm going to use the dip brow, and this is going to be for defining the lower part of the brow and building the hairs around the arch. And you want to do that applying an angled brush. This is the ABH number 7 angled brush. Alright, so we're going to take a little bit of that product, and I like to start at the bottom of the brow, right in the middle, and just draw a clean line in this area. So once I draw that first line, you just take it and go along the brow bone shape, draw it down, like so. So now I want to really build the arch of the brow, so what you're going to do is do light strokes. It's better to have a little product and build than put too much, because especially with this product, you will look crazy. Like, you'll just have a big chunk of pomade up in your eyebrow. So that's why I start with such a little product. So I picked up more product. Now it's getting serious. So basically I'm just building up this brow product. If you feel like a line ever gets too harsh, use the spoolie and just soften it up. What's nice about this product is that it definitely stays on and never comes off. It's a perk of this product. It definitely stays put. So now I'm going to take the Clear Bow Gel and lightly run that through the brow. This is going to remove some of the product just to make it look a little bit softer, and it's going to make sure your brow hairs stay in place. This is basically like Stronghold hairspray for your brow hairs. So this is the high-end finished brow. Just a comparison to what my brows really look like. Finished brow, naked brow, makeup. So now we're moving on to the left brow, which will be the affordable eyebrow. I will be using the ColourPop brow color, and this retails for $6. I'll be using the ColourPop brow pencil, and this retails for $5. For the brow gel, I'm going to be using the Milani Brow Shaping Clear Gel, and this retails for $3.99. Thank you, Steven. $3.99. So the total for that is, Sven, $15 brows. All right, so we're gonna go ahead and get started with this brow and bring it up to par. So what I like about the ColourPop brow pencils is they do have a retractable brow pencil, so no sharpening, which I like, and also it's dual-sided with a spoolie at the end. As weird as it may seem, as common sense as it seems to have a spoolie on the other side, some brow pencils do not, which is very strange. A lot of them do though, so I like that it's, you know, dual-ended. I switch up colors for this, but today I'm going to be using Honey Blonde for the front. The same exact process, we're just going to start lightly drawing in the shape. This shade is Honey Blonde, and it's a little bit too warm for my brows, but once we use the pomade, it's gonna blend nicely. Dope Taupe is the color that I usually use. It really works well for the front of my brows. It's not as warm. I cannot find it. It must have been put in a purse somewhere because I like to make sure that just in case anything happens to my brows, I have a brow pencil. It's just gone with the wind right now. So as you guys can see, I just went ahead and finished the pencil part of this brow, and it is a little bit warmer, but take into consideration that you could use Dope Taupe, which is a little bit ashier. As far as all the ColourPop pencils, in comparison to the ABH ones, they do run a bit warm. I would like one that was even more cool-toned brown, so that's something to take into consideration if you are thinking about purchasing the ColourPop ones, is that they can be a little bit warm. Now I'm going to use the ColourPop brow color in Black Brown. This is actually going to be the first time that I use this brow color. I've only used the pencils, so I'm trying this out right now on camera. I'm kind of scared. So the same technique on this side. It's a very warm brow. So far this brow pomade is not really impressing me as much. It's too wet feeling. I'm still playing with the texture to figure it out. So things were going really good with the pencil, and then I tried to use the pomade, and I will let you guys know I was not a fan. If you can see, it gets really splotchy. It's a little bit too creamy for me. It seems like if somebody comes and tries to wipe my eyebrow off, they can take it with them and run. You know what I mean? Like, it's just gonna go by really quickly. I wanted to kind of do a comparison, so I'm glad you guys got to see the pomade of this. I don't want to take away from how good the pencils are. The pencils are really nice. What I use for the ends when I'm personally doing my brows with the ColourPop product, since I haven't used the pomade part, is I use brunette, Bang & Brunette on the outer part of my brow to make the sparse parts darker, because this is a darker pencil. So I'm just going to go in and try to fill all of these sparse areas that the pomade did not. I'm not going to recommend that product. And I just wanted to tell you guys that because this was my first time using it and it was just not doing it for me. This pencil's already stronger than the pomade. It's like darker, it's filling in the sparse areas. Now I'm gonna go ahead and take the Milani Clear Bow Gel and run it through the brow, just like we did on the first one. So now we have both brows finished. This one is the affordable brow, and this is the more high-end brow, so the bougie brow. So if we compare the two side by side, this one is clearly a lot warmer, especially because it's right next to this side, which is the ABH side, and it's a lot cooler. If you're not super into the warm tones, maybe you could pick different shades, but I do find that all the shades in the ColourPop range are a little bit warm, especially on the brunette side. So there's that to take into consideration. However, I love the ColourPop pencils. They are a lot softer than the ABH pencil, and the reason I like harder texture is because it doesn't move around as much. But with that said, I have worn the ColourPop one a lot, and I do really like it, and I don't find that it moves around a lot. I'm just saying in comparison to the wearability of this brow pencil, it does move around more. As far as the pomades, the high-end pomade definitely wins this round because this pomade was an absolute no-go for me. The ABH pomade just has a lot better wearability. The texture is nicer. It's definitely waterproof. This one was just moving around way too much. It was too creamy. I hate to say it, I wish there was an affordable pomade that I have found that I liked. I've tried a couple and I haven't really found any that stay. As far as the brow gels go, honestly, I've used the Milani Brow Gel a lot. I've used the Anastasia Beverly Hills Brow Gel a lot. I really, really like both. I feel that the Milani styles the brows really nicely, so it's gonna comb the hairs into place, but it doesn't hold as strongly as the ABH Brow Gel holds. That one is like serious hairspray for your hair. Some people don't like the strong, like stiff hold, so I still highly recommend the Milani one because on more casual days when I just want to use a brow pencil and groom the brows, I really like the Milani one. So it's really personal preference on that. I think they're both great brow setting gels, so that is either or. So that is it for the video. Let me know what you guys thought in the comments down below of this type of twist on my brow tutorial. I tried to kind of just do a little bit of high-end versus affordable so that you guys could see maybe the pros and cons and the differences, and I actually really liked filming it, so if you guys want to see more of these, let me know in the comments down below if that's something you're interested in, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye! No, I don't do that. Control, Alt, Delete. Get the words out, Desi. To burp. I can't stop burping. I quit. Can we take a photo?